Hello everyone, this is Dyann Bridges, coming to you from literally on top of the Great Bay of New Hampshire. And I wanted to mention emotions, but apparently there is something that is now diagnosable as people who are afraid to feel emotions. This is now a thing in the psychological community. And I have to say that I have come across clients where they have a real habit of just standing back from their own emotions. These are usually men in positions where their decisions are highly consequential, where millions of dollars will rest on their decision, where somebody's life will rest on their decision. So this is understandable. What I've noticed, though, is that it makes a split in our psychology, and people who stop feeling, who become used to just cutting off any sense of emotion at all, become almost like two people. And it does spill over into personal life. And that can become a problem when men and women are relating to each other. If she's highly emotional and he has learned to cut off his emotions, you can see how there could be a problem in a romance. So my tip today is, if you're someone who does step back from their own emotions and have a tendency to cut it off, when you start to feel the emotion and it's a highly charged situation, just let it run through your body. Instead of cutting it off, let it run through your body, as uncomfortable as it may be, and see what happens. It'll discharge the emotion. It'll discharge the energy. So learn to stay controlled when all of this energy is flowing through you, instead of cutting it off, and just see what happens. Now, for those who tend to be overly emotional, women have to learn how to be more contained and perhaps not take our emotions too seriously. And I say that as somebody who was all over the place emotionally when I was younger, and my life demanded that I deal with it. And you do need to learn how to stay contained. Your emotions are your emotions. Your thoughts are your thoughts. You don't have to share them all the time. You don't have to take them so seriously. Just sit with that energy for a bit and see what happens. Oh, it's getting more and more difficult to deal with women. Too many women think that a boundary or being strong is giving someone the cold shoulder, or to be snarky and bitchy to them. Of course, that's got nothing to do with real boundaries or real strength. If you find that you're in an office or a work environment where you have women like this that you're working with, all you really need to do to diffuse the situation is just be pleasant. Look them in the eye, deep in the eye. Pause. Don't react to what they're saying. Let it sort of settle. If they said something snarky to you, you can just look at them and just pause. If you really want to say something, say, you know what? I had no trouble doing that, but it'd be nice if you could change your tone of voice. Again, you can't control what they do, but you can state your boundaries clearly and calmly. And women can do the same thing with men. Give them space to figure out where they're going wrong. Don't be reactive. Just try it, see how it goes. Well, here we are, on a chilly May morning in New Hampshire. And through those trees is the Great Bay of New Hampshire. And it's raging today. A lot of things and people are raging today. What do you do with that energy? It can be transformed and transmuted into something positive. A workout, a project, preferably a physical project. Charity work. Having fun with your kids. Don't let the rage consume you. I know it's flaring up in many people these days, out of nowhere, for no reason. There's something wrong, but not with you. Patience. What does that mean exactly? Patience has a lot to do with being in the present moment. And honestly, this is probably the biggest, most important aspect of being human. I'm close to 60 now, and being as much in the moment, focused, giving the moment your attention, not allowing your yourself to be triggered emotionally. It's probably the most important way forward. It helps us to mature. It helps us to be creative. It helps us to connect in a genuine way, which we've fallen away from right now. Social media isn't really social. Tweets might be fun to read or to send, but it's a very tenuous connection with somebody. Having the wherewithal to be completely in the moment with yourself and then sharing that with somebody else is expansion and real living. Let's live in the moment together. Thank you for listening. Have a very sensual day.